We all know that if a person does not experience positive emotions and does not laugh, they are just burning their life for nothing. Laughter is perhaps the best remedy for depression, pessimism, and all diseases. Today, we have prepared for you that most miraculous pill for a bad mood. The heroes of these videos clearly did not expect to find themselves in such curious and unique situations, but they will certainly make your day. So, don't change the channel, so let's go! The convertible is beautiful until you have to dry its interior after the first rain. A beautiful video for Instagram suddenly turned into a funny video for YouTube. It's good that the girl was not upset, but on the contrary, even laughed at the situation. This guy can safely be awarded the title of Master of Sports in 2 fields at once. Often, the easiest way is not the most effective. Do you think this is the perfect place to store your phone? Then you're very wrong. Keeping the result in mind, I think the chicken was too frozen. Judging by the crumbs and mess, she's not the first one to face difficulties with this device. Today, he made sure that life is full of surprises and disappointments. I wonder when she'll finally realize that the display won't help her in any way to clean it. Before you start working, it is better to at least assess what you are dealing with. The cafe customer just wanted to place an order, but instead became part of the show. That's how, through his own stupidity, he earned a problem that costs money and time to solve. Apparently today was not the best day to launch a new drone. Is it all about denial, anger, or acceptance? What do you think the operator feels? What could be better than a cold fruit salad in the heat? However, you need to know how to use your hands in the right way. The laws of physics have not been abolished yet. Obviously, it is finally time to eat less. This method can be safely patented. You can't go wrong with the size here. Her first day of work as a maid will clearly be remembered for a long time. The shore was so close, but at the last moment, the ship crashed. There are people who don't learn anything from life, and they keep repeating their mistakes. In such a way, a small problem turned into a real disaster. The problem is not even in the mess or a large number of cords, but in laziness and unwillingness to get up from the chair once in a while. She tried very hard to blow out those candles. I want to believe that her wish will come true. Sometimes you need to control your emotions from winning a game. This is a great example of what expectations and reality look like. I wonder who will win this virtual battle. Musicians are usually very strange people. However, even some of them stand apart. The desire to make vivid shots does not always justify itself. And we're moving on at the speed of light. All the most interesting things are still ahead. If Batman worked as a DJ, his car would look exactly like this. When she wanted to be a fairy who hovers over the water with extraordinary ease, but only managed to embody the image of a mermaid who was 100% wet from head to toe. Conventional eyelash extensions no longer impress anyone, so you have to resort to unique solutions. Such patience and zen shall not be disturbed. When you don't believe that you've gained some weight, but you don't intend to hide the truth. If you've never been greeted like this by your parents since school, then you don't know the meaning of shame. When I see the goal, I don't care about the obstacles. Apparently, the owner of this garage has already been so tired of arrogant drivers who park at the entrance that he's already lost his nerves and decided to punish violators so that they no longer do the same. The inhabitants of this place acted less cruelly, however, they decided to use imagination. Which option do you prefer? If you consider yourself useless, then just look at his work and calm down. You're still doing very well. Such a marriage proposal will definitely be remembered. If you find a cheap paint job, then don't rush to be happy about it. Usually, the price defines the quality. This girl plays the game well, however, it's not that game. Such a sneaky prank should only be expected from a best friend. We all know such a situation when you want to do something poorly to avoid being asked for help again. Each of us has our own snake that needs to be tamed. Even at the most perfect wedding, something has to go wrong. The bride's face displayed a full range of emotions in a second. Either this is how the universe tells her that she is trying to throw away something valuable, or fatigue played a role in this process. What a twist! Haven't you expected to see this either, have you? When fishing starts like this, there's no hope of having a good catch. Next time, he would definitely double-check the integrity of the bag. If he hadn't intervened, perhaps the material damage would have been less. They saved money on the services of professional movers, but car repairs will cost even more. No wonder they say you get what you pay for. This joke could only seem funny to him until he realized that he would hardly ever listen to the music on his player again. After a few unsuccessful attempts, the vacuum cleaner finally refreshened itself in the pool. Perhaps if his colleagues had been quicker and helped, this would not have happened. Some attempted shoplifting takes place almost unnoticed. This is the case when you just moved into a new apartment, but the acquaintance with the neighbors happened earlier than planned. Such an evening among women could clearly end up in the hospital. It is unlikely that the idea looked exactly like that, but the result turned out to be surprisingly accurate. So what is it? Is it the result of poor tightness or lack of brains?
Right there, Carm, look at my crab. Spacious, nice and watered in.
It is better to restrain emotions from a new purchase sometimes. This restaurant will prepare the most original scrambled eggs for you. This cute fluffy bun is definitely lucky, however, not this time. Do you come to the game with food? Be prepared for the fact that lunch will not go according to plan. Definitely, this lovely creature enjoys the wedding more than the bride and groom. One clumsy movement of the owner and a trip to the salon brought this woman many times more emotions than she expected. Let's say it was an accident the first time, but what prompted him to continue to perform those same actions? He tried very hard to remain calm, and yet his nervous system could not stand it. The same happened to the doors of the car. Before watching similar videos, it would be great to buy some sedative pills. One needs nerves of steel here. It is unlikely that this device will ever serve him properly again. That's why he's not usually invited to parties. As soon as he appears, everything is ruined. Still, sometimes good ideas come to mind spontaneously and shall be implemented exactly as intended. Shouldn't empty tin cans be light? He is one of those people who is ready to protect his car at any cost. In this case, it's hard to say that being fast affects the overall quality. In this case, almost everything is fair. Well, or almost. I want to give an A for artistry and an F for performance. Apparently, this guy will never stay hungry, unlike his dad. Despite the broken screen, this girl continues to stay positive. It's exhausting to stand in traffic, both in the heat and in the flood. Sometimes the best result can be achieved in the most unique way. This guy clearly did not take into account the wind. That's why they say, score twice before you cut once. Conspiracy is the key element here. This is the wrong place, young lady. Apparently, the fishing meal for today is canceled. Cross the stream where it is shallowest. Such a proverb can be applied to this situation. Your friends will always be happy to appreciate your unsuccessful performance. As they say, if you want to do something well, do it yourself. Otherwise, by entrusting an important matter to someone else, you can watch a real failure. It looks like the house has turned to the wind for help to get rid of what it thinks are unnecessary things. Maybe it wasn't the best idea, but they were satisfied with the result. If the camera had not been installed, the owners would have blamed the delivery service or neighbors for the disappearance of the parcel. When something like this happens at the end of a shift, rest after work becomes a real celebration.
To be honest, I'm speechless after witnessing it. What about you?
He paid for his attempt to throw garbage into the river. I wonder if he will learn his lesson. This is one of the reasons why your parcel is delayed or arrives damaged. Not every boat can withstand such an accumulation of beautiful ladies, especially if the weight of each of them slightly exceeds 50 kilograms. It could have been a wonderful romantic dinner with a magnificent view, but as it often happens, everything went wrong. They're real transportation geniuses, no other way. Who's going to say that cheeks are not cute? The door turned out to be too small.
He's a sick man! He's a sick man, mate! Oh my god, he's not ass!
Such an advanced car wash will clean every detail of the car for you. However, you can't be sure about the safety of such a wash. It turns out that bowling does not always require hands. Many people still don't know what magical abilities they have. He is definitely not another Michael Jackson, but we should accept such an attempt. This guy invented a way to save pods for washing dishes. However, it was a huge mistake. I am so sorry for damaging your car, but I hope these chocolates will help get you through the stress. As they say in such cases, it's not worth the trouble.
Alright. Okay. Let's go. Oh my god.
Apparently, this old lady was entrusted with too delicate a task. Apparently, the lever is jammed here. Coca-Cola manufacturers should definitely make a promo video with such an incredible throw. Yes, he is unlikely to be hired as a bartender. Is it a clay hair mask? Why not? It's even hard to imagine what kind of monster is on the hook. This is what an expectation and a reality of the desire to record a cool video for TikTok look like. Have you missed the train? You can spend some time watching TV. Everyone wants to control the elements, but not everyone can do it. What kind of magician would you like to be? Earth, water, air, or fire? We are waiting for your answers in the comments. I am a real genius. This is what the adventures of men when they are a little over 35 looks like. The animator's clumsiness clearly showed the children that the habitat of sharks is water, not land.
If you haven't liked this episode yet, now is the best time to do it.
Oh, this is me when I want to do my best, but it comes out the same as always. No matter what anyone says, curiosity knows no barriers. The woman's football skills are fine, but there are questions about coordination. The guy's punch is good, however, he needs to make it more precise. I hope the integrity of the trolley is at least equivalent to the cost of the rear window. A lot of people depend on free stuff, however, it has not led anyone to anything good so far. He was too lazy to take a stepladder then, and now he has to deal with all this chaos. Maybe she could impress with her strength, but she definitely lacks agility and grace. His fall could easily have entered the ranking of the most awkward and strange ones. The car mechanic didn't lie. These shock absorbers are really great. If it was the last bottle, then he would never be invited to this company again. There is a child in each of us. In many cases, such a child wants to manifest itself all the time. In such heat, the water looks so attractive. Going bald-headed is not so easy. It's immediately clear who's the boss on the road here. Of course, I'm talking about the man on the chair. If you think you've missed something important in life, then don't worry, you're not alone. One needs to have skills to be able to start the holiday in such a way. If you want to relax in the shade, be prepared for the fact that you will need to run a lot first. In general, it is clear why transport companies do not like orders for transportation of glass. This is a thankless and difficult task. Most likely one of the reasons why she wanted to train with a coach was just to avoid such situations. The owners of this piano were just doubting whether it was worth moving it to a new apartment. As a result, they only paid for its transportation in vain. This is karma in all its glory. They also say that women have issues with logic. Each of us checked our strange life hacks in childhood. I did it for sure. It's amazing how the house was preserved intact and did not even burn down during these experiments. That's the moment when the gymnastics classes that the girl attended as a child came in handy. So this is a cat in a jar. It's a pity to see such an unfortunate animal that can't get out in any way, but at the same time, it's a lot of fun to watch its desperate attempts. Don't you agree? That's why it's forbidden to drink at work. Tomorrow they'll listen to a lot of bad words from their boss. I'm afraid to even imagine it. When you live in a house with a prankster, you need to always be ready for new pranks. Mentos and Coke is an immortal classic. Any other person in this situation would have given up a barbecue to a bear, but not him. This cat is never hungry for a long time. He knows well how to remind his owner about himself. Even grown men don't want to take boring photos. From now on, he will definitely turn to professionals and not try to change the wheel on his own. They only paid for washing the scooter, but instead, they also took a shower for free. Who said that lovers of solitude don't have fun parties? It would seem that everything was thought out to the smallest detail, but for some reason, the plan still failed. In general, it is clear why they chose this method instead of dismantling the closet. The only mystery remains why they didn't fix it securely. It looks like the driver has waited for the moment when he can finally get rid of him. From the look of the cat, it is immediately clear that he does not much like water. I can imagine the face of the customer when the videographer gives them a flash drive with a black screen. Everyone understands the expression to leave a trace in life in their own way. When men want to do something really hard, it usually happens. The girl didn't turn out to be a great fisherman, but she is a good diver. Delivery guys are people who are capable of anything.
What an incredible footage! We always strive to choose the best content for you.
Can you imagine that you go out on the balcony in the morning and such a thing flies by? The highest degree of feline pleasure looks something like this. As they say, many physicians have killed the king. If you don't have money for a babysitter for your baby, feel free to buy a cat. They are the best babysitters. Do you love pumpkin as much as these guys? Who are you, Achilles? If you have imagination, any ideas can become reality. As you can see, volleyball is clearly not her sport. If a man wants to get acquainted, then he will definitely find a reason. Just look at how this man rushed to help a girl who didn't need any help at all. When designing this device, someone tried to do everything to make users uncomfortable. This is a place where even a dog kneels. Sometimes adults forget that they are no longer children and behave irresponsibly. Their game is not very impressive at all, given their very modest successes, but watching their reactions is very funny. Not all people manage to distribute attention correctly. For example, they got into a stupid situation because of this. Of course, the vast majority of craftsmen offering their services in the construction industry are men. However, every year more and more women abandon conventional gender norms and learn to do this kind of work on their own. Such a simple action, but how much benefit to the tree? The heat in Dubai does not spare anyone. Who said that this is not a woman's business? As you can see, these girls have the most difficult job done easily. If you look at the work of bloggers on social networks, you may think it's easy. Now, take a look at how much effort it costs them to shoot the content. Women often become victims of their outfits. This time, the weather presenter was let down by a blouse that unbuttoned right during filming. While some like to go smoothly into the sea or splash in shallow water, others prefer to immediately be at depth in order to swim properly.